Hey everyone and welcome back. In the previous video we took a look at the Pegassi Ignis, which is the Lamborghini Sian. So in this one we'll be taking a look at the Bravado Buffalo STX. I mean, you guys probably might know by now that this is based off of the Dodge Charger, probably the Hellcat or the Scat pack. I mean, the wheels are from the wide body, but it doesn't have the wide body kit. Instead, it's the narrow body, and you guys can go about with whichever version that you guys want to name this car with. But nonetheless, the rear section, the tail lights is slightly different, but overall the side profile, the front, the rear section, everything is just like the real life version. So yeah, now let's proceed with all the customization options. Once again, I won't be going too much of in-depth with these. I'll just be quickly going on with the ones that I probably like, or the ones that actually suits the car. Another important point that I would like to add to this particular video is that a select few vehicles from this new DLC have got the option to get these new cool tech features that is known as the Imani Tech, and also there's these new armor plating for select few vehicles that I said. So in order to get this upgrade, you specifically have to customize or get the cars into the agency workshop. If not, you won't be able to get these upgrades anywhere else, the property workshops. So once you get into the agency workshop, you can see that there's the Imani Tech, and there's actually two options here. One is the remote control unit, and two is a missile lock-on jammer. What this does is that, as you all know, if you're driving around and if someone is coming in a jet or a helicopter or even the Mark II oppressor, they can actually lock on to your vehicle with the lock-on missiles. So with this feature, they actually cannot lock on to your cars. That is actually a huge relief for all those players that would get griefed by the Mark II oppressor idiots. So having this feature, those oppressor Mark II users will have to manually aim at your car and shoot, which is actually a lot harder. So that is a very good feature that's being added into GTA Online, and sadly these are not available for any of the other vehicles. Only these selected new DLC vehicles have this option. And then there's the remote control unit. Well, this actually just turns your car into a remote control vehicle, which you can access from the interaction menu. This, I'm guessing, it's probably going to be used to troll other players, because come on, what else would players use it for, right? So now I'll give you a small demo of what it does. I mean, the RC one, just like every other RC vehicles, you need to go to the interaction menu, and in the inventory category there is the option for remote control vehicles. So here you can actually get the RC Bandito, RC Tank, as well as your own personal vehicle, which is only available if you get the option installed in your agency workshop. And as you can see, the camera is kind of locked on to the first person view. There's no third person view, sadly. I mean, I literally never drive the cars in first person view, so that's one disappointment. But nonetheless, this is actually a really cool feature, and you actually go off the map when you're using the RC vehicle. So it's just your car going around, and you can just exit it by pressing the F or whichever buttons you use to enter or exit the vehicles, and the car will be placed at the last point where you exited the car, and you need to go and get it, or you can just call up the mechanic or even use the interaction menu. So that is one cool thing. And the other thing is that you can use these RC vehicles to blow up. I mean, just like the RC Bandito had the bomb option, this too actually has the detonate option, and yeah, it blows up the car. This you can use if someone steals your car, or you just need to get someone that's been annoying you or something. But just know that it will actually cost your insurance. So if you happen to destroy your car, you will need to be paying the insurance amount, whatever it is. For me, it is $20,000 for this, and you need to pay that amount and retrieve the car. So, and yeah, that's a summary of these two new upgrade options that we are getting, and it's pretty good actually. So yeah, that's with that. So yeah, let's go on with the customizations. First up, we have the front bumpers. We have decent amount of options, not bad. So we have the custom splitter, the same in secondary option, and we also have these few different options, but it has got these side fins, or I don't know what they are known as, and I'm not a fan of that. So instead I'll just go with the secondary custom splitter. Next we have the engine upgrades. gonna get the top performance here. Then we have the exhaust options. The stock one itself is, you know, is like massive, like the big bore exhaust. But and then we have the angled exhaust. I kind of like this. There's also the medium bore exhaust that is also slightly angled, so I kind of like this. There's the big bore chrome exhaust. This one is not angled, and it's actually the same size of the stock exhaust. There's also, whoa, no freaking way, side exit exhaust. Come on, man, these are not pickup trucks, this is a goddamn sports sedan. Huh. Okay, so we'll be going with the medium bore exhaust for this particular build. Then we have the hood options. We have just 4 options here. There's the rent delete. I can't even see what's the difference. Oh, okay. Huh, I couldn't even make out. Then this, oh, front facing one. This is just like the real life version, so I kind of like this. And whoa, this honestly looks hideous, but if you take a closer look at the design, it's actually based off of the, you know, the Dodge Demon. But oh, the recessed hood is actually pretty decent. It also has the front facing intake as well as the inlet kind of a design on both these sides. So I think I'll probably go with this particular one. You know, I think I'll just go with the recessed hood. Then we have the intercoolers. Nope, I'm not at all a fan of this. I actually like this, you know, the black look in the front, so I'll just go with that one. Then we have the headlights. Oh my god, take a look at that headlight. I actually like this, you know, the LED strip as well. It looks pretty good. Then we have the liveries. These are the usual racing stripes, and yeah, these are all the generic racing or the company liveries. The Ragaram Racing. Okay, so I'll probably the half camo, decent, but I won't be getting that. Then we have yeah, I actually talked about this in the previous video, and these actually suits, you know, the older cars, but definitely not the modern cars, so I'll definitely be skipping those. Then we have the mirrors. We have the carbon mirrors. Okay, so I think I'll go with that, you know, why not. Then we have the plate options. I think I'll probably go with the too fast for you option here. And then we have the paint options. For this, I'll probably be going with the red paint, and instead of the metallic finish, I think I'll just go with the classic finish. The metallic just adds the, you know, sparkle kind of a finish on top, but yeah, like I said, it adds the, you know, little sparkle to the color. But I'll probably skip it for this, you know, I'll just go with the classic one. And for some unknown reason, you can actually get the pearlescent finish on the classic paint, which is not the case usually. But yeah, I'll just go with the red paint. Then we have the secondary paint options. This actually changes the stitching on the seats as well as this front splitter, so that's pretty cool. And hopefully there's, you know, the side splitters as well as the rear, because I didn't see anything for the rear section. So for this we could go with red, but I think I'll go with, you know, yellow. The yellow kind of makes the front splitter kind of, you know, the real life. It actually has a tape which comes on from the factory and that needs to be removed, so you know, it kind of adds a touch like that. Yeah, I'll be going with that one. Then we have the trim colors. No, I just stick to the stock one. Then we have the roll cages. No, I think the stock seats look much better. Then we have the roof options. We have the Vortex Gen. I think the single one looks much better. Oh, we also have the scoop. Definitely not gonna get that. I think I'll just go with the single Vortex Gen, that is the carbon version of that. Yeah, this looks decent for this car. Then we have the side skirts. We have just 4 options. Oh my god, no, not the entire thing. It would have looked much better if, you know, just the outer section of that was painted yellow. Okay, for the sake of the video, I'll just go with the primary painted race skirt. Then we have the spoilers. I think the stock car itself comes with a, you know, small spoiler, Small lip spoiler is also pretty decent, and everything else seems to be none of these actually suits the car, and I'm not a fan of any of these. There's also these ridiculously huge wings as well, but yeah, definitely not gonna get those. So in my opinion, I think the stock one as well as the small lip spoiler suits the car much better than the rest of the other spoiler options. So I think I'll just go with the small lip spoiler. Sadly, there's no carbon versions of these. It would have looked much better, as well as the roof, the carbon roof, it would have looked so much better on this car. But nonetheless, moving on, I absolutely want to black out all the window tints, just like all the other cars in my collection, so completely blacked out. Then for the wheels, I think the stock wheels, like I said earlier, this actually resembles the wide body Charger, but since we can't actually paint the stock wheels, it is actually chrome, so none of the methods will actually work on this. So just for the sake of that, I think I'll be going with the real life lookalike, that is the Cheetah RR, and I'll be blacking it out. It is actually almost identical, but yeah. So there we go. Those are all the customization options. I mean, there could have been a little more, but this is all we get, So yeah, let's take it out for a spin. I actually would have really liked it if it had the blacked out roof and the spoiler options and all, but sadly this is all we are getting. So let's take a closer look and hear the exhaust sound. Okay, so basically just like the other Bravado vehicles we have in the game. And I also like the two inlets we have right next to the headlights, just like the real life version. So pretty good right there. The handling, the performance and the speed is actually pretty good, and it's actually more stable. The older Buffaloes also were pretty good, but this actually feels much better than those. So I kind of give a thumbs up for this car. Overall, the speed, the sound, everything is good. I mean, basically you guys can tell it's also a mix of the older recycled content. So yeah, not entirely new or anything, just the appearance of this car is what considerably new. The interior is just like every other car, basically copy pasted from the other existing vehicles, although the dashboard seems a little different on this. So yeah, that's one thing I would appreciate. Apart from that, overall it's pretty good. I kind of like it, and the headlights too is really good. Whoa, this car actually performs wheelies, guys. Ha! That's freaking massive wheelies. I mean, it actually can't perform proper wheelies because the rear tail section kind of hits the road, so but it does freaking perform wheelies. And also one thing is that if you guys don't want the car to perform wheelies, you actually should not get the performance upgrades. If you already have it, you actually need to detune it, so that will actually stop the car from performing wheelies. But apart from that, the overall look of this car is absolutely a 10 out of 10, and I'm actually sure literally every single person out there is absolutely loving this car. So overall, a big thumbs up. Take a closer look at it right here. I mean, the LS Stripe 2 in the front, that's actually a nice touch, just like the real life version. So yeah, do drop the video a like if you all too like the car, and also make sure to stay tuned as more such videos are going to be coming soon. So do subscribe to the channel. Thank you all and have a good day.